Now, before you guys jump to any conclusions, hear me out first because there's a lot to get through before we know exactly what's going to happen. So the Model 3 Highland was first announced in China and parts of Europe and eventually made its way to the rest of the continent. It did take a few additional months, but it made its way to North America as well. So in Canada and in the US, we finally just got our first look at the Model 3 Highlands. Now, during this period, we don't know exactly what the reason was for the delay, but it can be contributed to the production line set up at Fremont factory. One thing we know for sure of is the speed and efficiency of the team over in China. They just move at a quicker rate than they do over here. Then on top of it, we have the fact that the Model 3 Highland design was made in Giga Shanghai with their specific team. So that means that everything was made from the ground up over there, including the production line design. So to summarize, because of this, it would make a lot of sense that everything happens first in Giga Shanghai and in China before it makes its way over here. Now, on the note of the Model 3, a user on X that specializes in the auto industry of China has indicated that the Model 3 Performance is going to be arriving in Q2 of 2024. They went on to suggest a price of 400,000 RMB, which is equivalent to $56,000. And then just recently, Chinese media outlet Doucheti has stated that Giga Fremont and Giga Shanghai is going to be pushing out the production of the Performance model at the same time. Their overall ETA for the announcement is going to be in March and deliveries are going to start in April to June. Now, although we cannot confirm the credibility of any of these sources, we can say that it is very plausible for the launch in China to happen around that time. So in my previous videos, we went into every aspect of the design with the Model 3 Highland Performance, coming from the exterior to the interior to the drivetrain. However, we didn't really get into the price point and the real timeline of when we can expect it. Now, contradicting what the sources mentioned earlier, Tesla chief engineer Daniel Ho has specifically mentioned that the Model 3 Performance is going to launch in Q1 of 2024. This gives us a timeline of January 1st down to March 31st, and we should be expecting our announcement somewhere in between and deliveries to take place somewhere close to the end of that line. And in recent news, to reconfirm the existence of the Model 3 Performance and its timeline, Martin Viecha, the IR of Tesla, has responded to a comment recommending the purchase of one. This only could mean that we are weeks away from seeing the new Model 3 Performance on US roads available for delivery. So what does this all mean? It could mean that we may be seeing two separate launches for the Model 3 Performance just like we did for the original Highlands. Now that the general design of the Model 3 and the production line has been set up both in Giga Shanghai and in Fremont factory, there is no further indication that the team over in China is the sole contributor to the upcoming Model 3 designs. What this indicates is that the US factory may be set up earlier for the Model 3 Performance than any other factories. And adding to the fact that we've only been seeing prototypes of this new model in the US and in the US roads rather than anywhere around the world indicates that we are likely going to be seeing a North American launch first. So to summarize everything, it looks like Giga Fremont has been working on the Model 3 Performance for a very long time with all the performance models driving around the roads. This is where we're going to be seeing the Q1 launch in North America first before anywhere else. Now, as for the price point of $56,000 equivalent, we might still be able to qualify for the federal tax credit once that vehicle arrives. The requirements dictate that the car needs to be under $55,000 to qualify for $7,500. And for all intended purposes, if the car ends up being $56,000 equivalent, Tesla would definitely knock it down $1,000 just to get the $7,500 available for everybody to purchase. Another requirement, however, is that 50% of the battery component needs to be made in North America, be it in Canada, the US, or in Mexico. And for the fact that the Model 3 Performance has always qualified, that means that there shouldn't be an issue to get this incentive once it's available. But yeah, no matter what, we're still going to be seeing a very amazing car in the next couple months. There's no doubt about that. And I personally don't mind Tesla taking their time to get it right for the Performance and giving us what they had plans all along. This is definitely going to be the biggest upgrade the Model 3 Performance has ever had. So if you guys are in the market, you should definitely wait out for that. And of course, I will always keep you guys as posted as possible on any updates that come up. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, and follow me on X at HeyJohnE. You guys can message me, DM me over there. And if you guys want to support the channel, I will also have a Patreon link in the description below. But anyways, this should wrap it up for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.